you know what? That's okay. I like Star Wars, and it's all right. So
we're going long tonight. I love it. I love it. More content for the masses.
Yes.
Do we still have our viewers on TikTok?
We don't currently have anybody viewing, but we did have a few people pop in and say hi, and I wasn't looking at that screen, so I didn't respond. So I apologize if you're listening now and and I didn't say anything. So we appreciate the people that were watching over on TikTok, on my TikTok account. And if you've gotten this far, please go follow me on TikTok and on YouTube, and then you'll see all the videos of the slideshow, basically, what we've been talking about.
Todd ADHD Rocks on YouTube. Is it the same on TikTok?
It is Todd.ADHD.rocks on TikTok. But if you just type in Todd ADHD Rocks, you'll find me. So the first story I have here, this is the one I found this story like literally right after we recorded last week. And basically it's this guy in Oregon who has discovered a way to turn like recycled plastic into diesel fuel. And there's videos on his website, naturejab.com. If you want to see for yourself, he built this machine, and it utilizes a microwave oven and some like big metal cylinders for I don't know what. But it looks impressive either way. I mean, if you know engineering, you probably can see it and go, that's not even a real thing. It's just a prop. But that, to me, it looks like it's real, and potentially real anyhow. And I initially saw the video because I was doom scrolling on TikTok, and I came across this guy. He's like, yeah, I'm going to pour this in and going to start this truck up. And hopefully it won't destroy the truck. So he pours it in, and then they wait a second or two, and then he goes, all right, turn the key, and it starts up, and it actually kind of sputters a little bit at first, and like, okay, well, this might not work, but then it actually kind of, you know how like when you put gas into a car and it hasn't had gas in a while?
We're trying to start a gas lawnmower that doesn't want to start.
Exactly. So it had been sitting without gasoline in its system for a while at least. And you poured in some gas into the I think the carburetors where they would pour in gas to see if it can get started up without having to pour into the tank. And it sputtered a little bit, but it started and it actually ran. It ran until it used the fuel up, and then it went off again. But I was like, if this is real, if this is really cool, that guy I hope that guy gets himself some security, because oil companies are going to come for him. So.
They may just buy him out,
or they'll buy him. I mean, they'll probably buy him out. But
I mean, there's still the concern here that it is still, it's burning. We're melting the plastic, we're burning it up into fuel, we're burning the fuel. It's still, the byproducts of this are still not going to be great for the earth. I do think electrical powered vehicles are still more of the direction we need to go.
I hadn't thought about that, but the byproduct of burning fuel is usually smoke, right? So if you're burning fuel that's based on plastics, I mean, it gets filtered and stuff, so it's basically back to what it was before it became plastic, right? It's back to being an oil byproduct.
Yeah, and it's still gonna pollute just like diesel or gasoline would. But it is a way to do something with all the plastic we have. But really, we need to be reducing our use of plastics because of all the microplastics that are getting into all of us, and getting away from plastic in general. Plastic was a tremendous invention of the 20th century that allowed us to do a lot of crazy things, but it's coming at a cost that we're only just now starting to learn what the biological cost is of it. And ultimately, when it comes to transportation, the solution really isn't new ways to do personal vehicles. It's having reliable, effective, and universal mass transit. Like, that's really what we need, is to where we don't have to have personal vehicles. That's really what we got to get to. But this is this is definitely weird. It's interesting.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to get this thing pulled up. Here we go. I got it. All right. Stupid advertisements on King 5's website. The next story is this happened a day or two after we recorded last. And I was like, oh, shit. There's actually video of a semi-truck carrying 250 million with an M, million bees crashed in Whatcom County, which I don't know
Bees in the car, bees everywhere. God, they're huge and they're sting crazy. Run away, your firearms are useless against them.
The thing is what this brings up in my mind, because I'm a little older than Doug, is the killer bee epidemic in the 80s, I think it was, or late 70s, where people were freaked out by these African killer bees. These bees, these bees that came from Africa that are like bigger and more aggressive than the standard bee. But I'm like, can you imagine? I don't know what part of Washington Whatcom is in. I do know that it's a county here in Washington. I think it's down
out on the west coast, like Ocean Shores.
Oh, okay. So all those people down there who didn't have any issues with bees are going to be just inundated with bees now. And
fun fact about the African killer bees, that's kind of a product of Western racism.
Oh yeah.
They aren't actually from Africa. They were imported to Brazil, and they were called Africanized because they're a hybrid between African and European honeybees. But they were actually hybridized for beekeeping. So they're not the name African killer bees just kind of caught on because of colloquial racism in America.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. I always thought it was weird that, like, just randomly we would get a bunch of bees from Africa that are way more aggressive and you know, they sting people, and to stay away from bees and all. That's what I remember as a kid. I mean, I was little when that shit happened. And I remember that being all over the news, and my mom was really concerned about me getting stung by these African bees because, you know, of
course, now we got to worry about the murder hornets.
Yeah, same fucking thing, except for the murder hornets are a different style of bug altogether. They're like these 6-inch long fucking hornets. They're massive. But there's video here of all the bees.
They're having a heck of a time. They're all in bee suits trying to round up the bees.
Rose woke up to 250 million new neighbors Friday morning after a semi overturned near her house, sending honeybees swarming.
I don't want to go down.
You can hear the bees in the video, but they're like attacking the camera.
Yeah.
But just insane. I mean, that amount of bees, and I don't think it's going to really impact the local bee population, but it might. And that was my first thought. Was like, is this going to mess with the local population of bees? Is this going to just have? There's going to be too many bees? Are we going to, you know?
It's a legitimate concern. Like, is this what is going to happen with this?
Yeah.
But
right.
I guess we'll find out.
Guess we'll find out in the next few weeks, I guess.
We're going to find out the hard way.
Right. And then the next story, I thought was really cool, man. These guys, it's a punk band that they released, what was it? They did like a local press, I think, of their album, and they wanted to use Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina-scented candles from her Goop brand.
I was wondering if that's where this was coming from, was from her damn candles.
So Australian punk band at Private Function are bringing the smell of the actress's privates to you at a much more economical cost, and you get a soundtrack too. So okay, this is just as equally as funny as the other story that I had. There was another story that I replaced with this one because I thought this was better. The other story was people that make the Sasquatch soap.
Soap.
They were taking the bathwater from a specific actress in one of the Avenger movies, I think it was, either way, some actress in a movie, they took her bathwater that it was in the movie and used that to make their bars of soap. And there's yeah.
I heard recently, or heard earlier today about something about Sabrina Carpenter selling her bathwater.
That's what it was. Yep, that's who it was. Yep, that was it. Yeah, and
I didn't realize it was going to the Squatch soap people.
Yeah, and but can you imagine, like, listening to this punk band and just having your whole room smell like Gwyneth Paltrow?
Yeah, that's. I love the image here on the article is just a lady dressed as a science, like she looks like she's a lab tech, and she's just got her nose right up on this pink vinyl record.
She's wearing a lab coat, and she's got the blue latex gloves on, and she's got a pair of like plastic goggles to keep her eyes safe. In case the album explodes or something, I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta have eye protection.
Eye protection to keep yourself safe. And then she's wearing, like, underneath the lab coat, she's wearing like a band T-shirt with like a kind of a punk looking like necklace with some things on it. I don't know. I just thought it was funny, and
I wonder how it plays. I wonder how it plays on your record player. Is it? It says scratch and sniff all on it too. So.
That's the big thing is the album was scratch and sniff. Actually, I think it only smells if you scratch the label, or maybe it's the album itself. But either way, having an LP that smells like somebody's vagina in itself, I thought was kind of funny and weird at the same time.
Indeed.
Is that is not the last story. The last story I have here.
No, the last story is the worst story, which is going to make me hold it for the rest of my life.
I think this will keep me from ever using a public restroom anywhere near a river or a lake. This comes from the Mirror, which is a British, I think it's a tabloid.
A totally reputable British publication.
It's a tabloid publication, I think. The photo shows what looks like a python in a toilet, but I think that's Photoshop. That's not what it got.
Yeah, bad. Pythons don't bite things off.
No. But the title of this article is
it was a python though.
It says man takes a wee and has his penis bitten off by an 11-foot snake in his toilet.
Ooh.
Oh man. A man was left fighting for his life after suffering severe blood loss when a python bit him on his penis while he was using the toilet. Thai man,
bad snake,
who's Ataporn Boon
Makache.
That's what it says there. He's 38 years old, was attacked by a large snake in the bathroom of his home in the
Chachoengsao province, east of
Bangkok. According to reports, he reached down after feeling a sudden sharp pain only to find the python's jaws chomped onto the tip of his genitals. Oh my God. In a panic, he called out for his wife and struggled to free himself from the grip of the 11-foot serpent. Before losing consciousness, he managed to tie a rope around the snake's head and secure it to the bathroom door to prevent it from escaping. And there's a photo of it. Oh my God.
Talk about a trouser snake. Oh boy.
Oh my God. That is a python. Holy crap. Okay.
Yeah, nice bloody toilet with a snake coming out. Jesus Christ. I don't ever need to go to Bangkok, that's for sure.
I'm never ever going to anywhere near that part of the world ever. I mean, it's bad enough that I don't want to go to Australia because of all the things that want to kill you there, despite their ability to not be able to kill you, but still want to kill you.
Exactly. I guess it could have been worse for this man. At least he wasn't sitting down.
I mean, I think he was. Oh,
do you think that's how it went?
I mean, that looks like one of those that you sit on, right?
They just, I guess, yeah, just dangle it. Well, Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't want
I
to
mean,
know
I
more
think
to
you
find
would
out.
notice if you were standing over a toilet with your dick in your hand and you're urinating into the
You'd
bowl.
see the python coming,
You would
right?
see it coming and back the fuck up. I think he was sitting down peeing because I guess that's the way a normal person does it. But I digress, I guess. It says emergency services quickly responded and transported him to the hospital where he was treated for significant blood loss. Footage from the scene shows rescue crews working to extract the python from the toilet's plumbing, even using hammers to dismantle parts of the system. The snake was eventually captured, placed in a secured bag, and later released back into the wild, according to local outlet Bangkok News. I mean, the fact that it happened in Bangkok. Where's that button? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Oh, man.
Oh my.
Indeed. So yeah, I saw that and it's like this is the first story I added to the show notes document, and I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to top this story ever. So
No, and I hope we never have to live it.
I absolutely will never ever go anywhere in Thailand or anywhere near places that have snakes that will do that. So I will never go to Florida ever again.
The worst part about this is I really have to go to the bathroom right now.
And you're like, I'll use the one upstairs.
Yeah, maybe I'll just piss out the window.
I'll just go step out in the backyard and find a quiet.
I got a new pool. You can just go for a swim.
Yeah. Well, unless you have anything else to say, I think that is it for today.
That does it for the show. Remember to like and subscribe if you're on TikTok or YouTube. If you're listening to the podcast, please give us a 5-star review wherever you're listening. Give us a little like, react, or whatever it might let you do. And we'll keep bringing these to you every Tuesday.
Yes. These will appear on the podcast feed on Tuesday. We record these typically on Sundays, sometimes Mondays. So make sure you are subscribed to both of my TikTok and my YouTube if you want to catch a live, and make sure you
have those notifications turned on so it'll tell you right when we're going live.
Exactly.
It always varies.
Yeah, it hasn't ever been on at the same time. We try to do the same days, but you never know. Stuff happens.
Hey, we're ADHD over here. We're all over the place.
Yes. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.